What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today is Wednesday. Didn't get to record a video yesterday. I did wind up trading yesterday. Took a loss. I'll talk about that a little bit. But today was a beautiful day. I had a nice overnight play on HALB. Had an overnight play from yesterday to today that worked out nicely. And then Rgbp having a beautiful bounce day today. First green day. We're going to get into that. But before I do, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything I find interesting in the stock market. And I like to share that with anybody willing to listen. So, that being said, let's just get into it. So let's start with HALB. This one didn't really necessarily have the volume I was looking for, but I was just trying to find some easier, some give me plays, right? Like something that, okay, let me just try this out with small size. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Typical overnight play that I like to see. So I didn't record a video yesterday. So Monday, me and my brother went out to the San Francisco Giants baseball game. It was a night game. We went out for my brother's birthday and we turned up a little bit. So yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, I was hungover than a motherfucker. Didn't wake up until like 11 o'clock. And I did decide to place a trade. So let's get into that real quick. But again, man, if you guys watch my previous videos, you guys know I do mostly OTCs. I try to avoid NASDAQs because of the volatility. But I did try to place a trade on the NASDAQ. VT. And my thesis was correct. I was right about it. So if you see this red line, this was a breakout level. And this is when I came into the market. I started seeing it around here. I seen it tap here because we had this breakout here. And I was like, okay, cool. And then when I seen it tap here and come back here, boom, right here, I said, okay, I'm going to get into it in the 360s. And then it tanked on me, and I winded up taking about a $600 loss, $5.99 and some change. So yesterday I winded up going red a little over $600 because then at this point, then it winded up shooting up, which would have hit my profit target before it winded up dying off. But again, it's a NASDAQ. I typically don't play NASDAQs. It's a low float. And they could be really volatile, but I thought, hey, let me just try to give this a play. I'm hungover, not really fully in tune to the market, and just place the trade just to place it. At one point, I was up a couple $100 right here in this candle and I almost took it, but I just was like, I'm just going to hold on, and then boom, it cracked on me, and then I was down $600 and I didn't like that at all, so I just sold it. So back to my overnighter. And then I noticed this trend in HALB. Again, not as much volume as I prefer. If we get into here and we get into the daily, yesterday it traded 11 million shares. So, I mean, for the price that it's at, 4-cent stock, 11 million shares isn't really a lot. So I just took a small position for my account, which was 100,000 shares, as you can see right here. And it winded up executing. So the reason why I took that is because if you look at this trend, close, gap up, close down here, gap up, close down here, gap up, close down here. So I was expecting that trend to continue, and it had a nice, beautiful gap up. At first on the bid and ask, when you look at the bid and ask before the market opened, this was at 5 cents, or it was actually at 4.9 for the HALB. It was at 4.9 by the closing price, which was 4.3. So I was like, okay, well, if anything, I'm going to wind up breaking even or maybe just lose a little bit. No big deal. And then literally like a minute before the market opened, this shot up to 5. And then this shot up to 4.5. Then this shot up to 5.9. And this shot up to 5. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm bound to make a profit. And then it winded up executing me beautifully. It executed me over 5 cents. So I winded up with close to a $700 profit, $699.38, as you can see right down here. So that was a great way to start my day. And then Rgbp, if you guys watch this, it just had its nice big red day, which dropped 50% from the highs. And now typically we get a nice bounce off the highs. So what I was looking for was a dip by closing this gap. I wanted to see a dip down here, which it did. Boom, dip right down there. Let me change this one real quick. Bink. But it didn't necessarily dip the way I thought it was, but I still wanted up capturing a move. So as you can see in this account, P&L on the day, 966, so almost $1,000 in this account. But you see my P&L on the open position is 271. So if we do the math real quick, on my morning dip buy, let's see, 699.89 minus 271. Yeah, I made a little under $700 on the original play that I did for this one. So as you can see right here, it dropped, and then I bought it into this dip, sold it, and then made made about almost $700 on there. And then when I seen it start gearing back up here, I decided to buy back in. And let me see, Bink in this account, and as you can see on this one, P&L on the day $520. P&L at the open, I have an open position right now, up 311. So this one I made 209. Basically, again, jumping back in. Let's see, let me back it up. Jumping back in on this run, and then I caught it. I caught another $209 profit on this going up. And then I remember I bought back in twice in the other account. Oh yeah, that's what happened. Okay, I gotta remember this, man, because it's a lot. So I sold this position first, and I actually made a little over $400 profit. Then when it dipped back down here, I had one more trade left in this account. So then I bought back in and then sold this for over $200 profit, which put me at about $700 profit total. So this one I made like 430 something, and then this one I made like 260 something. And then as I seen it keep climbing, that's when I bought back here. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep getting these confused. Bink, bink. That's when I bought back into this account, and that's when I bought back in here, and it winded up keep popping. So that winded up working out beautifully. So I caught the majority of this move. I caught the majority of the bounce, which was nice. As you can see right here, look at this nice squeeze. And winded up making somewhere around like, I want to say like 800, like $800, $900 profit. I believe $900 profit. And then at that point, I was actually looking for my later day plays. I walked away, done for the day. Started looking for my later day plays. And I was thinking about getting in LTNC. I was thinking about playing LTNC and HALB towards the close because this was still red on the day. Rgbp was still red. And then I noticed this bounce start coming back. So then I immediately, once I seen this switch green, if you guys watch my videos, first green day is something I like to play. So I just, boom, instantly first green day, jumped in all my accounts, bought 200,000 shares in this account. I bought 200,000 shares in each account, which is still roughly less than half of my total net. I thought about jumping in more because we're still trading close to 1 billion shares. But I wanted to just be on the safe side. So 200,000 shares in each account. That's 600,000 shares being held overnight. And so overall in this one, 946 right there. In this account, 500. And in this account, 620. So, overall, made about $2,100 profit on that, plus the 700 on HALB. So, somewhere around $2,800 profit on the day, which was beautiful, seeing how I took a little over $600 loss yesterday. So in the last 2 days, just like about $2,200 in the last 2 days. Just sticking to the same shit I'm used to, guys. Noticing the turn on the bid and ask, when you start seeing heavy right here, that's a beautiful sign, man. And so it started getting super heavy. I had the opportunity to buy it in this area, but I just didn't know. Again, I've been caught in those traps where I buy too early and it might dip off on me in the last 5 minutes. So this time I decided to be patient, literally waited till about right here. And then when I noticed it holding on this little dip right here, then I started getting in a couple minutes early. Usually I wait till 12:55, but as you can see, it's 12:53. That's when I started buying, and that was a great, because I seen the strength on the bid and ask. I just seen this just keep taking over, just popping. And I had to, hit buy the ask and cancel, buy the ask, cancel, buy the ask, cancel, because it just kept blowing past my order. So I chased it a little bit, but you know, as the time clock was running out, we're on the countdown. I was okay with that because in my smallest account, this one is my smallest account. As you can see, I bought at 428. So that one I bought a little more early. And so that one winded up working out beautifully. So overall, roughly around a $2,800 day, which is beautiful for the midday or midday of the week, hump day. So, you know, so now I'm expecting this first green day to potentially have a nice gap up. Do I know how big the gap up will be? No. Will it even gap up? You know, first green day, you know, typically we should, as you can see when we have green here, gap up, green here, gap up. So, you know, it would be nice to get a little gap up. Any type of gap up would be nice, especially off a squeeze. But we will see tomorrow. So, yeah, man, a beautiful day. Just stuck to my discipline. You know, had a beautiful overnight play on HALB. Executed it perfectly. Small size. If I had bigger size, it probably might not have got executed. So, you know, that worked out nicely. And then a dip buying Rgbp this morning. To add, you know, $900 profit to the day, which was beautiful, which put me up $1,600. And then towards the close of the day, added 620 there, 300 there. So, you know, 900. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then another 250. You had to add like $1,200, somewhere between $2,700, $2,800 profit, man. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my analysis. Again, if you made it this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that, man. So HALB, you know, recognizing pattern recognition on the intraday, the gap ups that it could continue to have. Had to go smaller position, but still was able to capitalize $700. And then Rgbp dip buying this morning to add 900, and then seeing the squeeze towards the end of the day, going green, holding overnight, added another 1,200, somewhere around $2,700 to $2,800 on the day. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated as much as possible. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.